I'll walk you through the day. November 3rd, 2023, never forget it. I remember waking up that morning, I was like shaking in my bed. I was just like so nervous. It was like excitement, but like unchanneled excitement. I was nervous about it because I'm like, today's the day everyone's gonna know. And so I've been sitting with it so long, I actually got accustomed to just holding on with knowing that I was teacher of the year, but not sharing everything. Now everyone's. But I was able to sit with my mom. We was able to talk about it, pray about it. We went up to school. We was greeted by teachers, greeted by the school administrators. And the way that I set the day up was I told my students that it's gonna be dress up day. We're gonna come in like dressed up, suits, ties, dresses, the whole nine.
Winner of the Teacher of the Year in all of Massachusetts is fourth grade teacher Deshaun Washington.
And I will never forget this. One of my former third grade students started to give like a small little like to them and the impact I had as a teacher. And I forgot everything I was supposed to say. So so then all of a sudden this microphone was just right boom right in my hand. And like I'm completely blank. So I had to buy time. And so the way I bought time was like, oh, this microphone working. I needed a moment to like rethink what I was going to say. I couldn't think of anything. Can y'all hear me now? All right, cool. And so it gave me enough time to scan the room and then thought about like who can I thank? I need to thank my students. So it gave me enough time to think like, oh, I need to thank the students first. And then I thought thank the students. Then I was thinking, let me think of thank the teachers because the teachers helped me to be the teacher that I am today and know that I'm still learning from great teachers. And then after that, I said that the call of action is that we're as an ambassador of education, we're celebrating and acknowledging the cultivation of change makers and celebrating that as now the ambassador, I'm going to be sharing the stories of great teaching all around Lexington, all around Massachusetts, all around the country, really. Like that's really the goal, and that's really the call of action now. So that was like, wow. Your expanded form should match your numerical form or your standard form. Here in Lexington, I've learned a lot about how to build conversations among students about academics. So something like as simple as like a writing assignment. I've learned the importance of building peer conferences along the way where students are reading other students' writing, give each other supportive feedback where they'll read it and they'll be able to provide evidence of like great writing that they see from their peer, but also constructive feedback. Elements of their writing where, hey, if you were to add this point or if you were to add this dialogue, it would enhance your writing another level. You're going to be evaluating the person that his name is on there. Moves like that help to give more ownership to students along the way. See, that's the great thing about teaching. When you're equipping students with ownership of their learning to become an agent, become an advocate, become a change maker within their learning, that's what makes that whole experience another level. Kids are taking ownership of their learning day in and day out in the classroom. And I think that for me is what, like, this really is putting everything together. It's that students are now becoming the agents of their learning. And then now me, I'm facilitating knowledge, but they're really building it amongst each other through conversations and interactions with each other. So they give us two numbers. I like to say that I am the supplement to the first teacher. The first teacher is the parents, the family. I like to think of it as a triangle. You have the family, you have the school, you have the student. If I'm like the representative of the school as a teacher, then you have the family and the teacher. We are in constant communication to support the student. The student also has to have some engagement in that process as well. They have to be able to do the work also. So all three parties are constantly working together to ensure that the student is excelling and is meeting their goals for whatever grade they're teaching. We need one another in order to elevate our student, our child, up to be at their best for the school year. So working with families is a continuum, it's a constant, it's essential to ensure that every student are not only achieving but thriving as students. Academics is a huge important part. I teach social studies, science, math, reading, writing. I teach all of those things. It's all important. And kids are also human beings. The students are also human beings, and they're learning how to navigate this whole world thing called life. So if I could give you a life lesson too, even if it's something small that you're able to take away with you, I am filling up that bucket of water that's then being poured into that seed, building up a change maker who could then go out into the world and advocate, be an agent for change out in their environment. We'll bring the expanded form over here. Eva, walk us through. How will we write this in expanded? What is that one thing that I want students to walk away? Walking away knowing that you have the agency, the curiosity, and the inquiry to empower yourself to gain knowledge, to then support yourself and other people of what it means to stand up for justice in our world around us, but also to be able to stand up for community all around us. It is a very powerful, powerful thing when students are able to walk away and know a little bit more about their purpose and then walking towards it.